See, acknowledge your environment. Sometimes you do things without actually understanding why you're doing them. Unconsciously choosing to respond to things that you wouldn't want to respond if you were conscious. See, for example, me, I just pressed record. I didn't actually realize that I didn't have the microphone close. So, instead of focusing on trying your best, why don't you focus on being your best? I guess it's hard. Yes. We don't understand what best is. Good, bad. We're always black and whiting things, right? What if we could just simply stargaze? Think about it. What would happen if in your life you don't need to actually take action? You just needed to observe things. I've gotten to a point where I lose time on everything. I pay attention to things I wouldn't want to pay attention to. I'm unconsciously desiring things that I unconsciously end up consuming, and therefore I end up doing that I don't actually wanted to do, and then when I realize it, I say, fuck it, I lost my opportunity. And looking back, it looks like I lost an opportunity. But if you take a action right here and now, nothing actually is lost. Because when you really focus down to the very essence of things, you're here and now. Everything else is just an illusion, an idea, and an imagination in your head. I know. Am I crazy? What do I mean by that? I'm really not. Just think about it. Feel into it. Don't you see? You're thinking about things while you're watching me. Doesn't that go to explain further how you always think about things, yet you're still here and now? Like, for example, has it never happened to you that you're having a conversation with someone and all of a sudden an idea pops into your head of what you want to tell them? And you're waiting for your turn to speak? And you're looking to tell them something? Yet you realize you're only thinking about what you want to say and you're forgetting to listen to them? Doesn't that actually happen to you? Because for me, it's gotten to a point where I realize that life is telling me something, yet I'm not being able to listen because for the most part, all I want is to control the outcomes, the circumstances that I'm going through. So that's why I lose opportunities. Because I really want to focus down on something that maybe is not the ripe time. Ripe, R-I-P-E, as in tomato ripe, you know? As in maybe it's not ready to be reaped. Maybe it's not ripe enough to be eaten, desired, lustfully created. Who knows? For example, have you noticed how throughout this whole initiation of the video, introduction of the video if you want to call it that way, I was speaking very fast? Well, I just realized. It's because I'm afraid of losing you. I'm afraid of losing your attention. I'm afraid you might pay attention to something else because I'm not being fast enough to get your attention. Am I losing you here? Are you still here by now? See, it's the same thing here. Why would someone appreciate you if you're constantly thinking about the fact that you might lose them? And that's pretty hard and tough to accept. At least for me. For me, it's hard to accept the fact that maybe people don't want to be with me, and that's why I'm afraid of not getting their attention fast enough. Maybe I'm lacking something inside of me that I'm not able to express, and that's why people are not consuming my content. And I'm talking in terms of marketing right now. Because content is this lackluster term that talks about things you produce. Yet content, structure, content is like water in a cup. The water in a cup is not just something that you consume. It literally is the essence of something. I don't know how to go deep into this. It makes sense, right? Content is not only what you produce for the sake of consumption. It's only your expression. It's the way you express yourself naturally. And as of right now, I'm finding it difficult to express myself from the deepest aspects of my heart so that people actually want to connect with me. And then I'm projecting onto them the fault that is actually my responsibility. I'm telling them it's your fault when it's actually my responsibility. I'm choosing to open up myself to a probability, and when that probability does come its way, I don't like it. For example, I'm making content that I actually enjoy making that maybe people won't like. Yet I keep trying to make those people that don't like it, because I'm afraid that since I'm not getting the engagement that I wish I could get from those people, I'm afraid, and yet I change myself instead of finding myself. See, does it make sense? I look to create things out of nothing. I'm making a drama out of simply realizing that I need people's attention. Maybe I just gotta accept the fact that for now, all I need is your attention. Could we be honest about that? Can we really be honest about the fact that maybe I do need your attention? Could I just tell you, hey, I want you to pay attention to me? Could I just tell you that? How would that make you feel? Would it make you feel good to know that I want your attention? Because nowadays, you know how they say that attention is the new oil? Everybody is out for your attention. Yet nobody actually tells you. Maybe it does. Maybe they do. Like, maybe people do actually tell you, I want your attention. How does that make you feel? Doesn't that make you feel like invasive? Doesn't that make you feel like threatened? Like, whoa, hold up, why do you want my attention? Kind of thing. Doesn't it make you feel that way? At least for me, it's kind of like robbing my attention. Why are you robbing my attention? It's my responsibility. I can choose to pay attention to something else. Yeah, that's the thing. I'll give you an example. For example, this morning, I woke up and I went to the part of my house where usually we hang out, like the living room. Yeah, the part of my house we hang out. The living room. We went to the living room and I went to the living room and all of a sudden my mom came by. And she sat next to me and she hugged me and she kissed me and she caressed me and she told me that she loved me, and then she started looking to have a conversation. Like, she started igniting a conversation. Yet I was in the middle of my routine, my morning routine. Does it actually matter that I keep going with my routine in those moments? Or should I pay attention to her? See, in that case, I feel entitled. It's like I have to pay attention to her, because then I'll feel bad, regretting, and I'll feel like, holy shit, I didn't pay attention to her. Why do I feel that way? Why do I feel guilty for the fact that I'm not paying attention to her? See, I feel as humans, we have so little attention to give, yet we want to give it to so many different things that we don't know how to manage it. We're looking to spread it around, yet we don't know how to spread it, why to spread it, and even why, when we spread it, we're doing so. Unconsciously spreading your attention causes you to pay attention to the things that you're unconsciously doing, and then consciously deciding to pay attention to yourself doing it, and then for telling yourself, oh, fuck it, it's my fault, I'm guilty for it. No, you're not guilty for it. You chose to do so. Why are you feeling guilty? It's okay, you did it. What are you gonna do? Regret it? No, make a new choice. See how they say the best possible time to start a business was 20 years ago. The next best possible time is now. See, it's the same. Business, life, opportunities, it's all the same. The next best time to create an opportunity is right now, right here and now. And it doesn't mean, because for example right now I'm getting the intuition that I should go back regretting what I did and fix it. No. It's not about fixing your mistakes. It's not about fixing your past. It's about embracing your past mistakes and acting as a new person here and now with the lessons, the wisdom, and the knowledge that mistake, that past gave you. Because you're not the same person. As much as you want to think that, you and the person you were are not the same person. You're the same vehicle, consuming the same environment, in the same consciousness state, yet you're not the same person. Because what even is a person? I don't want to go too deep because I don't want to lose you. So just let's go shallow here. What is a person? A person is just a cocktail in emotions. A person is emotional vehicle. It's the energy and motion that you're producing. So that vehicle before is not the same vehicle now, because the emotions, the energy and motion in that vehicle before is totally different than it is now, here and now. Can you see that? Am I the only one? Maybe you're too. Have you felt this sensation that you have to act on things that you know you have to do? Like, for example, a to-do list, yet you don't want to? Like, you're not looking to do so. For example, you look at your to-do list, right? You have your to-do list here. And you look at it and you say, holy shit, today I have to do this, and that. Yet you don't want to do it. What do you do then? Like, do you actually fuck your to-do list and do whatever the fuck you want? Do you actually go ahead and do it even if you don't want to? Do you motivate yourself to do so? What do you do in that circumstance? For example, in my case, I have found that I have so many things to do sometimes that I find regret when I don't do them. So I've decided that I structure my way in a way that mornings are very controlled, very environmental producing, very task, like very I have to do so. This is my mission. And then as the day goes by, it's a lot more fluid and it's a lot more like, okay, if I do this, great. I'll just set intentions for the right things to happen at the right time. So for example, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you right now. Just give me 2 seconds, because I can do so. Oh, you know what? First, I want to show you this. No matter when you do it, you're always creating. You create it all for you, from birth to death, from here until then, from past to future. For eternity, you created, are creating, and will create. So you either choose to always be aware, conscious, and ready to learn, or you choose to ignore, avoid, and resist the fact that it is happening exactly as it should. Either way, the only right thing to do is accept it all as it is. That's it. There's no discussion about this. You create it, you create, you'll create. So choose. That's a quote from a course that I'm preparing for the future, a very, very, very long future. That's like in my courses, the offer ladder that I have, that's like number 9. That's like the most advanced one. So I just wanted to give you that because I was working on that yesterday. Now I wanted to show you this. Where's my Notion? Yeah, here it is. Oh, can you still hear me? Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties here because I was about to show you. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be honest here. I was creating the ultimate funnel so that I know what to say to you, because now that you're gonna come into this video, I gotta know what you wanna hear. So I was preparing that. Either way, what I wanted to show you, I forgot. Fucking ADHD. What the fuck do I want to show you? Yeah, it doesn't matter now. Yeah, at this point it doesn't really matter. See, that's how life is. You choose to create. I could have made a mess out of this and just said, oh fuck, no, I have to restart the video. Would you like me to restart the video? Because if you would like, just go back and just comment down below what is it that I wanted to show you. And then I'll see it and I say, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I want to show them. Now, I'll just continue to go with what my mind is telling me to create. My heart is telling me to show you, and my body is moving me to create. For example, what I wanted to create more than anything was to show you that the course that I created for the future, that is actually pretty much my whole life. Breathing. Yeah, that's another thing. We gotta learn how to breathe, because when we breathe, nothing happens, yet everything appears to come off out of nowhere. Nothing happens, yet observing, everything does. Because when you breathe in and breathe out, you become a new person. Try it out with me. That reminds me of Disney Channel 2012 kind of thing. Yeah, well, I just wanted to tell you that you're not losing opportunities, you know? Breathing, pausing, and letting yourself go helps you remember that you're always where you're meant to be. Because wherever you're meant to be, you will always be there, here and now. There's no other point, there's no other place you could be. You're here and now, and that's it. See, for example, for so long I was trying to get you to hear me because this microphone was set up on this thing, and for so long I just had to sit myself very seriously here to place the microphone and talk to the microphone and hope that you can listen to me. And I forgot that I could just pick it up and be myself. Yeah, I'm not aware of who I am. You know, I want to be completely honest with you. This looks like a video journal by now. If you're still here, this is more like. Do you remember? Like, do you know? Kind of like in the movies when the actor is playing this scene in the movie. For example, in Interstellar and in Avatar, they have to record their journals throughout the days in a video form, like they're speaking to someone in the past. That's kind of like what I feel doing this here right now. I'm I'm talking to my past through a video. Do you feel that? I don't know. Have you ever done that? Have you ever felt like you're just creating something for your past self? Yeah, and I want to make it all grounded. I don't want to just talk airy fairy. So let's ground it all on the calm down the fact that you're not losing opportunities because yeah, man, you're not. Or woman, I don't know. Are you a man? Are you a woman? Just comment down below. I think I'm actually targeting men here. So if you're a woman, I hope you're listening and you're resonating. Remember that you're not actually losing opportunities because the opportunity itself will be presented on this present moment. See how I forgot what I wanted to show you? I could probably remember right now. Yet I'm choosing not to because it serves as a purpose. As a purposeful example that remembering is all about who you're being. There are certain frequencies that let you open up certain memories. I don't know if ever it has happened to you. You're thinking about this girl, you're thinking about this friend, you're thinking about this parent of yours, and all of a sudden a lot of memories start popping out of that scene, and all of a sudden you start feeling a certain way. All of a sudden you start sensing a heartbeat in your heart here, a heart center moving, and all of a sudden you realize, oh, that was such a beautiful time. Maybe it was something like, I kind of regret doing that by now. It's kind of like you're getting a feeling. It's a sensation in your body here in your direct experience. Either way, it's coming from your mind. That's because the frequency is aligned. The emotion, the energy in motion, so that moment, in this moment, have created, collapsed, and united to become one single moment. That's why you're remembering. Think about it. Remembering. You're literally grabbing two members, separated, and remembering them. That's what memory is all about. Memory is remembering. So when you're remembering something, it's because you have aligned with that frequency. And I've been so many different things, so many different times that I could literally tap into things that haven't even happened to me. They have happened to people that I know of. That I happened to people that I know of talked about me. They have happened to people in other lifetimes that I know of. You know? Kind of thing. That's remembering. In the more expansive your view, worldview, and perspective, perception is, the easier it is to remember. So that's why I'm telling you, you're not losing opportunities. Because if you were losing opportunities, you wouldn't be able to remember who you were. Losing opportunities, you're only connecting with the frequency, man. You're choosing a frequency, a base level frequency. You're not losing opportunities. You're actually creating new opportunities that are remembering other opportunities. So it's holographic in nature. I'm going to use a whiteboard to explain this. It's taking its time. I hope you're still here. Be patient. Patience is a virtue, you know. It's actually of the wise to know that patience is a choice. Because you could have left by now. Why are you still here? Yeah, either way. You're here, and your new opportunity is here. You might believe that it's like this, that you walk steps until you create a new opportunity. And therefore, when you actually do this, because you forgot it, because you decided to, because you wanted to, you believe that you have lost its opportunity because it's no longer in the same line. When in reality, that's not how it happens. This is how it happens. This is you, okay? And based on happiness, sadness, angry, boredom, angry, whatever you're feeling, you're creating a certain energy field around you. Like Goku. You're creating a certain... This looks like a vagina. Yeah, well, you're looking to create an environment around you. And this is kind of like a portal, no longer a vagina, right? It's a portal. It's a portal that eventually brings into you the experiences that are meant to remember, that are meant to realign, that are meant to recreate. So, by the frequency you're finding yourself in, you're going to connect to a certain opportunity. And you can see how they're not straight. So for example, if you connect to this opportunity, you connect to this frequency, you are at this level of emotionality, you will want to go this path and you'll connect to this opportunity, whatever that opportunity may be. In this case, if you connect with this, for example, you will want to go to this opportunity. And if you connect to this energy, you'll want to go to this opportunity. So it's all a level of connection. And think about it like the states of consciousness. I don't know if you know David Hawkins. Fear, guilt, shame, pride, courage, happiness, joy, bliss, blah, 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 blah. The level of energy that you're finding yourself in, that is creating a consciousness state, that is creating a being, that is creating your emotion, that is attracting the opportunities to you. So you find yourself at one of those levels, and based on those levels, you're creating an aura of energy that attracts the opportunity to be remembered, so that you can create, oh, I want to create this. If not, just think about it. Doesn't it not make any sense, the fact that most of the time, why do we do the things that we do? Doesn't it not make sense? Like, doesn't it just stagnate you? Like, doesn't it make you stop to think the fact that most of the times, why do you do the things that you do? Why do you have that agenda behind your mind? Like, why am I even recording this video, for example? See, if we were to go to the absurdism level that I usually fucking play along with it, coping every single fucking day, absurdism would say that it doesn't even make sense that I'm creating this video because whoever is gonna watch it. Maybe it's because I'm creating it for myself. Maybe it's because I'm creating it for you. Maybe it's because I'm creating it for the audience. See, there's so many reasons, agendas behind why I would do this. Like, for example, a second ago that I showed you, the building the funnel, the ultimate funnel, that I had created a reason why I'm creating this video. See, that's my agenda behind creating this video. Life itself doesn't have an agenda. So it'll only bring you things based on what you remember. Because your state of remembrance is what will member and bring members and create opportunities for you, like I showed you on the whiteboard. Now that makes sense, right? It's that, and because of that you're not losing opportunities, because you're not losing yourself. You're actually finding yourself. You're finding new versions of yourself. The more you ascend, you create different states of consciousness. You create different states of being. You are a different person. You become a different you. When you're a new you, you create new opportunities for yourself that you're attracted to. During this whole video, different versions of yourself have been coming, have been going, have been creating. Because I have been creating for about 36 minutes now. The same songs have been playing over and over and over again because I only have 3 songs on this playlist. Yet you could have left by now. You haven't, because you're choosing to stay. And you're choosing to stay because that's what works with you. Now we're creating new moments. And the more moments we create, the new opportunities come, the better versions of yourself develop. That's why expansion is creation. Expansion is letting yourself go. I'm going to show you the whiteboard once again. Think about it this way. This is who you are. Okay? Then these are your states of consciousness. And you only get up until here. Expansion would be allowing yourself to break out of the only level you've been finding yourself in and breaking it all apart to transcend. That's expansion. So in a very simple sense, that would mean if I constantly think that I am fear, expanding out of this worldview would mean something like visually this, getting out. So instead of saying I am fear, I am feeling fear. And feeling is the keyword because you are not an emotion. You are the feeler, the perceiver, the intuitor, the vehicle for that emotion. See, that's how you break out of that. That would be expansion. Now, you want to break even further than this. When you're ready, we'll break out of this. There are many courses that you can find that go even deeper. I have a course on this that you can find in the description that goes even deeper on this. Although for the sake of this video and awareness, I don't want to go any more deeper because I will get very profound and I don't want to lose you. So in essence, that's expansion. And you choose to expand based on how much you're ready to expand. In this case, for example, I don't want to go any deeper because I'm afraid of losing you. Do you want me to go any deeper? Comment down below. I don't have subscribers that comment down below. So for me, it's harder to actually collaborate with you. Because if you were to comment down below what you actually wanted to keep looking at, listening, and seeing, I would of course take into account your opinion. Right now, I'm only creating this for myself. So I gotta be honest with myself. When you're watching this, I don't want to lose you. So I'm telling myself, oh, a version of myself doesn't lose. And that's why I'm not creating that. Does it make sense? Yeah. I don't want to make you lost. I don't want to lose you. Sometimes I can get complicated and sometimes I don't want to create complications in your mind when there are only complications in mine. Simplifying, that's all I want to do. I'm looking to simplify why you're not losing opportunities. You're not looking at opportunities the right way. That's why you're not losing them. I'm only here to bring you back to the realization that you're not losing opportunities, you're just not looking at the right opportunities. When you want to create opportunities, instead of seeking for that opportunity, change who you are. And you'll become a new version. Now, I know how hard that is because so many people talk about it, yet I find it so easy. I'm going to give you an example. Grab a bottle of water, set the intention that as you drink a sip of this water, you're going to become a new, higher version of yourself. Then sip it. For some reason, placebo effect will help your mind understand that you're a new person. Because your mind will look at that water as magical water. And you'll act different now. See, in my case, for example, I'm no longer feeling like I have to rush. So I'm a new, higher state version of myself. Higher consciousness state version of myself. Now you want to go even deeper? Because now you're here if you want to go even deeper. Just look at something. Let's grab this object. Look at it. Observe it. And then once you start looking at your own thoughts and you can listen to the thoughts in your mind, start observing them non-judgmentally, just letting them flow, whatever comes around. Breathing when necessary. And you'll slowly see how you start being yourself. For example, in my case, the ultimate object I've created for myself is this tattoo right here. This tattoo right here is both an enneagram, a Merkaba, and a guidance, a compass. Because this is a star, the sun, the ultimate father. This is a moon, darkness, the ultimate mother. This is the Merkaba. And this is an enneagram that says, I am you. It literally is, I am you. That's an enneagram. And for me, that's the ultimate object. Because when I observe that object, I lose myself into its meaning, yet I forget that the meaning was given by me. So I start observing it non-judgmentally, and slowly but surely I start seeing my own thoughts, and then I realize that I'm only consciously speaking because I choose to consciously speak. That's when you start choosing higher versions of yourself. So that's how pragmatically, you can start becoming new versions of yourself. That being said apart, that's all you need to do. Just allow yourself to be, and you'll slowly rise your level of consciousness. And the more you slap, the more you go up, the more opportunities you're gonna find. And here's when we gotta break it apart. Another whiteboard. Look at it this way. Oh my god, I'm creating so many whiteboards. Just think about it this way. I'm gonna create this. Okay, we talked about how this is you and this are your levels of consciousness, right? And that you're gonna break apart and you're gonna create new, so that you can create a new opportunity, so that you can remember it and you can go towards that opportunity, right? Instead of thinking that the more you rise your level of consciousness, the more layers you create of who you are, the more opportunities you create. Instead of thinking about more, think about higher, better, lighter. Because in terms of light, your dense conditions, and this is who you are. A little dense little block of energy. And the more you ascend, the lighter you become, the more you expand, the easier it becomes to realize that you're simply light emanating. You're a ray of light. You're just this, a ray of light. So what I'm talking about here is, instead of thinking about more opportunities that you create for yourself when you start upgrading your consciousness, think about higher levels of light. So when you're going up the consciousness states, you're going to start attracting opportunities at that level. And the denser your opportunities, the harder, and I'm saying harder, it will feel. The higher your opportunities, the lighter you will feel, and the easier it will feel. Because think about water. Think about air. Think about earth, ground. Think about fire. If we talk about chemical terms, scientific terms, earth is the most dense condition of energy because it's vibrations at a very, very, very close-knit particle. And I can show you this here. Let me share my screen. And let me show you. Haven't they shown you this in high school? preschool, even elementary school, they usually show you how solid, see this, gas has particles that have a lot more space to bounce around. Liquid have space, yet they don't have too much space. Solids are very, very condensed. And they do vibrate because everything is in terms of vibration and frequency. And you can see how, in terms of temperature and pressure, the more temperature you put into something, the more it starts changing. The more pressure you apply to it, the more it starts changing. Same thing here. What we're talking about. I'm gonna show you the whiteboard we were talking about. When you're feeling fear, it's because you are at a state of consciousness. It's because you are at liquid level. Because you're flowing, knowing that you're not the emotion, yet you're allowing it to pass through you. So you're like the particles that we talked about. You're close, yet you're still only flowing. It's not dense. Then if you talk about I am fear, that would be more like solid. You're very condensed, practical, pragmatic, very close, very neat. Knit close. Now when you expand out of this one and you start realizing that you're more of a spiral, instead of saying I am feeling fear, you say I choose to feel fear. In this case, choose to is the keyword. Choose to feel. Choose to feel is the keyword here. Because it's not like, oh, I am. Who is it? Why am I? Where is it coming from? I'm a victim. No, it's like I'm choosing to. That's what I want to feel. I want to feel fear. And then that's when you start opening yourself up to the air states. And all of a sudden you can cleanse yourself like fire. Because going from ground to water to air, now you can start igniting a fire within you that leads you to the next level. The next level is I choose to feel fear because it serves a purpose. See? It's cleansing something. You're choosing to feel fear because it serves a purpose for something. What purpose does it serve? That would be the next logical question. That's how you open yourself up. And that's how you create new opportunities for yourself. You're not losing opportunities. You're simply spiraling out of the dense conditions that you've created for yourself so that you can look at new opportunities in a higher degree of state, in a higher state of degree, in a higher degree state of consciousness. See how you're not losing yourself? For example, in this case, I have 10 more minutes before I have to change what I'm doing to another thing. There are options that I have. Do I give myself the time to create a thumbnail, to create a title, to put a description, to put in the links, to put in what I want to give you? Or do I cut off the video right at the mark of the time I need to leave it and then just take the time to upload it and upload it later? See, here and now, that's the last thing I want to give you. That's the last thing we will talk about. Present experience. Because can you see how hard it is to live in a world where everything's happening here and now, yet you're projecting onto the future what you wanted to happen? Because think about it. If you're here and now, and you want to be then and there eventually, like you have a vision for yourself, how are you going to get there? Well, you get there based on your decisions here and now. So it's like a paradox. You have to be here now if you want to create then and there. And you are not that who you were, yet it's that who you were that is making parts of who you are here and now. So now we're gonna spiral out of it. Let's just sit and meditate while we listen to the music. Contemplate your life up until now. Contemplate all the things we talked about in this video. Are you contemplating? I hope you are, because I am. You want me to share it with you? I love this song. I just hope to God they're not gonna copyright me this. Holy thought, I just realized that. Well, I'm not monetizing, so I don't think they're gonna give me copyright or something of the sort, right? Can they monetizing? If I play music while I'm recording this video, can they fucking can they do something legally to me? See, those are the type of contemplations I'm going through. Sometimes we think about all the things that could happen to us, yet we don't realize of the things that are happening here and now. We're giving ourselves time to integrate everything, by the way. That's what we're doing here. Contemplating just means integrating. And there are many ways of contemplating. Like, for example, we could listen to music all the time. We could. It really all comes down to your own way of doing it. My ways are very different. At times I just do nothing, at times I speak. Where do you think you can find your spirit? I want to leave you with that question. Where is spirit? Where is God? Where does consciousness reside? Who is consciousness? What are consciousness states? Bueno, yo creo que hasta ahí llegamos. That is it. I hope you had a great time with me. Yo creo que pongas esa primero, brother. Está buenísimo. So, I hope you learned, visualized, integrated, practicalized, pragmatized. Now you have everything you need to create, and that's why you're not losing opportunities. So calm down. Calm down. I love you.